Olori Elizabeth has finally announced her pregnancy, and according to her, she cannot keep it as a secret any longer. Because from what she is saying, it seems like the Oni is fully aware that Elizabeth has been pregnant for some time right now. And people are asking, could that be the reason why she has been vigorously excluded on all of these palace basketballs that has been happening over time? Could that be the reason? Because we know Oni very well to be someone who does not take sides no matter what happens. He deals with matters exactly the way they are meant to be dealt with, and how a matter should be treated. That is how the Oni gets to treat it. And now everybody is asking, is it the pregnancy that has made you not mention Elizabeth leaving the palace or any single thing over time? And people are beginning to wonder how many more secrets the Oni is keeping to himself concerning this wahala of his wives leaving the palace. So my people, on this very palace matter where we they see right now, like so, it has actually reached a point where there is a lot to it that we don't know. In fact, technically we have been working with what they tell us. It is what these people want us to hear in the palace that we get to hear. Because right now that Elizabeth has come out to say that she is pregnant and she is tired of hiding, it is indeed something that it is worth looking into. So remember Elizabeth some time back, she refused that she cannot use an inventory um method to get pregnant, that is IVF. Yes, an inventory fertility to get pregnant for the Oni, because she felt if there is something that's supposed to happen between she and the Oni in terms of her having a child for the Oni, then it should happen naturally. There should be no artificial means about it. It will happen very, very naturally. And gradually, the Lord has finally done it for her. Yes, as congratulations are coming in, some other persons are asking that with this very thing on ground, then what is the assurance of Naomi's return back into the palace? And every single thing. Remember that Naomi has always supported Elizabeth. Yes, Naomi has always supported it has always supported Elizabeth no matter what happens. Naomi has never been against Elizabeth in any way at all. Remember when Naomi had the chance to even take sides and be against Elizabeth? Yeah, she said something that if I am to ever do this polygamy of a thing, then I would prefer to do it with Olori Elizabeth. Because at that point, it came to an extent where the Oni's father had given her a blank check, gave her a room to choose. If you are to come back into the palace, what would you want that should not be there? And the first thing that came to Naomi's mind was, this polygamy that always bring wahala up and down. If the polygamy cannot be there again, she will be very happy. And she went further to say that, but even in the midst of this whole polygamy of a thing, she should be glad to do it with Elizabeth. That's to show that that's the only person she's willing to run this polygamy race with, and no other person. And today Elizabeth is pregnant, and from all indications she has been hiding this pregnancy over time. This will be a shocking news. In fact, it is already a shocking news to everybody. Everybody. Yes, everybody who has been following this matter. We never expected this very turn all of a sudden. Yes, we never expected it. But you see, there is a lot to every single thing happening in the palace, far more than what we are seeing it to be. Yes, there is a lot happening in the palace, far more than what we are seeing it to be. Because if we might see it right now that maybe Elizabeth is lying, and deep down it is true that Elizabeth is truly pregnant, and she has kept it away from the public all this while. So why is she coming out now? Why is she coming out now? My people, there is so much attached to this thing. Remember how Elizabeth came into the palace after Olori Naomi had left the palace. That was when Elizabeth came into the palace to come claim the position of Ooni's wife. And during that period, she felt like she was doing Olori Naomi a favor to bring her back into the palace. And from there, we saw how every single thing progressed. She took the Oni to go see Olori Naomi at Olori Naomi from time to time in Akure, and sometimes they only even when they refused to come back home, and Elizabeth came back without the owner to go back again and bring him back. So it, according to her, she was trying to create a bond between these people, not knowing that there is a bond that have exist between these people, that she does not even have a room to play in it at all. She has absolutely no room to play. That bond is there. But right now, as things are progressing, everybody is beginning to have a feeling that her pregnancy all of a sudden her pregnancy all of a sudden, it's a proof that she is one among the persons who doesn't want Naomi back into the palace. We would not judge her. We will not judge her that way. Yes, we would not judge her that way, because from every indication and every single thing happening, this woman in one way or the other knows what they are doing. So if we say that okay, Naomi had a child for the Oni, then you don't have a child for the Oni, we might be biased. We might not say it right, and we might do it so wrong that it will come out to be a bad thing. So right now everybody is on an opinion that why has she kept her pregnancy away, because this pregnancy, from what she is saying, it is not a 1 month, it is not a 2 month pregnancy. It has been far advanced. And from every single thing we have gathered over time, she kept it all to herself, not to tell anybody. That is how bad the palace have become. Yes, that if you have any single thing, you keep it to yourself, you don't tell anyone. Yes, you just have to keep it to yourself, because from this, now that Elizabeth have done, my people, it seems like we should just stop analyzing things and congratulate this woman. A very, very big congratulations. But hope she's not pulling tricks like they are Toby and every other person. No, hope she's not, because from every single thing that has happened lately, even pregnancy, they fear us to hear inside the palace, because these women, when you are hearing go forward, them they are pulling the rope backward to make sure they do whatever it is that is in their mind. My people, as this matter is on ground right now, let's wait and see how this whole thing will pan out and progress, because from all indication, we do not know what Elizabeth holds at heart to be pregnant and keep it to herself. We don't know. But as this thing keeps elongating, we will definitely come to that realization someday to understand why it is so. But right now, congratulations are trooping in and out as for Elizabeth is pregnant, and she finally chose to find us worthy to know that she is pregnant.